Hey guys, Tom here, and today I'm bringing you my WWE Raw preview. I hope you guys have had a great Monday already, but tonight's Raw is going to be great, and in today's video, like I do every single week, I bring you news and rumours for this week's Monday Night Raw. So, this week's show is coming from the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is Ryback, who will not be on this week's Monday Night Raw. Now, he's regularly on the show, however, do not expect him to make an appearance on tonight's show, or probably ever again. Now, there's a huge contract dispute between Ryback and the WWE, and the situation has currently led to Ryback being sent home. The big guy is currently home until the WWE settles on a new contract, but really there isn't much of a guarantee that they will find common ground on this contract dispute. So tonight's Raw, you're not going to see Ryback and possibly ever again on WWE television. Moving on, talking about people who may be on this week's Monday Night Raw, the Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting that Seth freaking Rollins is set to return to TV very, very shortly. Now, he has been recently filming a movie for WWE Studios, and Rollins himself hasn't been seen since November 2015. Now, when he was originally injured, he was expected to be out for 5 to 8 months. Now, we're currently in the 5th month of 2016, so we are probably going to see Seth Rollins in the next upcoming weeks, and it could all start on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Moving on, who we will probably almost certainly see on tonight's Monday Night Raw is Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, because Bray Wyatt hopped on Twitter and tweeted #the return. Now, we haven't seen Bray Wyatt or the Wyatt family since Bray Wyatt suffered an ankle injury around 3 weeks ago. So hashtagging the return on Twitter suggests he will be back in action on tonight's Monday Night Raw. When he was originally injured 3 weeks ago, it was announced that he was probably going to be out for around 3 to 4 weeks, so it would make sense for him to come back on tonight's Raw. And the fact that he's hinting at it as well, I think it's safe to say you will see the return of the Eater of Worlds on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Also, who is going to be controlling Monday Night Raw? Once again, it's going to be Shane and Stephanie McMahon in control of this week's show. Now, last week, Stephanie was extremely nice, which was a little bit cringy, but she was trying so hard to be kind and nice and a babyface. Now, we know this isn't going to last for long. It will eventually end up her going back to the dark side. But what will put her over the edge? What is going to turn her back to that horrible Stephanie McMahon, which we love to hate? Now, I'm expecting a lot of sparks to fly on tonight's Monday Night Raw, because they're going to start breaking down. It's not going to work. These two are not going to get along. Last week, it seemed like they were, but this week, I think they're going to start to argue. They're going to start to disagree, because I reported a few weeks ago there is a huge feud in the works for over the summer. The Authority against Shane McMahon for control of Monday Night Raw, and soon enough, they're going to start planting seeds for that big feud. They're not going to get on. We all know that. So tonight, I'm expecting a few little arguments, a few little disagreements. It's going to be really, really interesting. So swiftly moving on, we have last week on Raw, Cesaro and Owens battling for the right to be called the number one contender for Miz's title. Now, the match actually ended in no DQ when The Miz broke up the match. We then saw Sami Zayn, but backstage, The Miz said that none of them had the right to hold his title. So it does look like we're going to get a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship at Extreme Rules. So tonight could be the night they do in fact announce that match, and I think it'll be great to see these four paths cross once again on tonight's show. I'm sure we're going to get a couple of segments when all of these come together, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see. Also, another match which is expected for Extreme Rules is Jericho taking on Dean Ambrose. Now, this feud wasn't something I wanted to see again. I thought it was all over at the Payback pay-per-view, so it'll be interesting to see how the WWE shakes things. They need to shake it up, because we've seen this match already. I don't really want to see it again. So how are they going to shake things up in this Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho feud? For me, they've got to add a really interesting stipulation at Extreme Rules to make me interested again, because I thought it was all over. Dean Ambrose got the win against Chris Jericho at Payback, and we're just doing the same thing over again, and we're having a rematch at Extreme Rules for no reason. So I think they need to shake things up. We need an exciting stipulation added to this match. Could we get a cage match possibly? Who knows? They need to shake things up, and it should start on tonight's Monday Night Raw, because I think this feud is going to get very boring very, very quick. Anyway, in the women's division, we found out last week that Ric Flair will be banned from ringside. Now, how is Charlotte going to cope in that match without her father? Now, I think in the next upcoming weeks, Ric Flair is going to try his hardest to give Charlotte an advantage going into this match. How is he going to go about doing that? Is he going to pay somebody else? What's going to happen there? He's not going to be at Extreme Rules, but he can still give Charlotte an advantage. How is he going to do that? He's got to work his magic. Tonight on Raw, I think we will find out. Also, lastly, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson ganged up on Roman Reigns last week on Raw, and they urged the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, to smash Reigns with a chair. Now, Styles decided not to do it, and Styles seemed pretty uncomfortable with how Gallows and Anderson are doing things as of late. Now, how will Gallows and Anderson react to AJ Styles not following their orders? And are they going to start getting sick of trying to help AJ Styles? I think they will. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if AJ Styles learns from his mistake last week and does in fact turn to the dark side and start taking advice from Gallows and Anderson. Now, talking of the dark side, we also got a little bit of a hint that Roman Reigns might be possibly turning heel. Now, he brutally attacked AJ Styles at the end of Raw last week, and it's been a while since we've seen Roman enraged this much. It was pretty crazy. Now, one of these two, either Styles or Roman, is bound to turn heel eventually, but which one is it going to be? Is it going to be AJ Styles? Is he going to join Gallows and Anderson, start learning from them? Or is it going to be Roman Reigns? Who knows, guys? Comment below who you think is more likely to turn heel. Anyway, I hope you have in fact enjoyed my Raw preview. Raw is going to be interesting tonight. We've got Stephanie and Shane in control once again. It's not going to end well. We've also got a possible heel turn coming up for AJ or Roman Reigns. What's going to happen? I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Raw. Follow me on Twitter for live updates throughout the show. Thanks for watching. Smash the likes. Take care. Spike your hair.